Today we are going to talk about identification of anions, which is a part of your practical chemistry syllabus. In the chapter of analytical chemistry, you have done the identification of cations. That was the positively charged ion. Now we are going to do the identification of anions, that is the negatively charged ions. The first ion that we are going to talk about is the carbonate ion. Now this carbonate ion, I'll be telling you certain tests, how to do the test for the carbonate ion. So like for the first test is when you do a test, it is the experiment part. The experiment part, what you will be taking, the salt, taking any carbonate salt that you take, add to this dilute acid can be dilute sulfuric acid, it can be dilute hydrochloric acid, and you have to heat it. Now if the gas evolved is carbon dioxide, and you know the test for carbon dioxide, a colorless odorless gas which turns lime water milky and has no effect on K2Cr2O7 or KMnO4 paper. That gas is carbon dioxide. So you can even write the whole observation. A colorless odorless gas is evolved with brisk effervescence which turns lime water milky and has no effect on K2Cr2O7 or KMnO4 solution or paper. So this, if the carbon dioxide gas is evolved, like you take the salt, you add dilute sulfuric acid to this and you heat it, and the gas evolved is carbon dioxide, then the anion is carbonate, that is CO3 2 negative. So now you understood. If in any case when you add dilute acid to the salt, basically we add dilute sulfuric acid only. So in this case what happens, salt, water and carbon dioxide is evolved. So if in a particular experiment carbon dioxide is evolved, the anion present is carbonate anion. Now in case you don't have this particular sulfuric acid and we have an alternate test for this, what we do is, to the salt solution, prepare a salt solution, add to this barium chloride BaCl2. You can add the barium chloride solution to this, or even barium nitrate also, that is BaNO3 whole twice, barium nitrate. In this case when you add to this, you will be getting a white precipitate. A white precipitate is formed. A white precipitate which is soluble in dilute HCl, a white precipitate salt. So you need to learn the complete observation for the carbonate ion. What is the thing? A white precipitate soluble in dilute HCl. So out of these, it's not necessary that you do all the tests. Any of the sometimes you may get an observation question. Sometimes they can ask you the anion present, the test is given to you. So it may happen different ways. The questions may be given to you. So you need to know both the tests. Like if you take the salt and add dilute sulfuric acid to this, if the carbon dioxide gas is evolved, you know the observation for that, and then the anion is carbonate ion. The other thing is, when you add the salt solution, when you add barium chloride or barium nitrate, a white precipitate is formed which is soluble in dilute HCl. Now we talk about the second anion that is in your course, that is sulfite, that is SO3 2 negative. Very much similar to this that we are going to talk about now. In this case we again take the salt, we add dilute sulfuric acid to this, and I think you know what is going to happen now. Yes, which gas will be evolved? Gas evolved will be sulfur dioxide. Whenever you have done it in the chapter of HCl. Salt, may you add dilute sulfuric acid or HCl, any dilute acid, and you heat, you get sulfur dioxide gas. What is the observation for sulfur dioxide? A colorless gas with suffocating odor is evolved which turns lime water milky and turns K2Cr2O7 from orange to clear green and KMnO4 from pink to clear colorless. This is the observation. So you know the observation. So in this case, if the gas evolved with sulfur dioxide, the anion is the sulfite ion, SO3 2 negative. Very important to write the correct formulas of these radicals. Then same way we have another test for sulfite ion. To the salt solution, you add again barium chloride BaCl2 or barium nitrate BaNO3 whole twice. You again will be this quite similar to that of the carbonate one. White precipitate which is soluble in dilute HCl. Again the same kind of thing that you are going to get. Now the third one. The third one is sulfide ion. Sulfide is S2 negative. Now this also you know what is going to happen. You take the salt, you add to this dilute sulfuric acid or any dilute acid and you heat. Which gas is going to evolve? Yes, H2S. So in case H2S gas is evolved, H2S, the gas with the smell of rotten egg. It's a very prominent observation for H2S. The gas with the smell of rotten egg is evolved. So in case a gas with the smell of rotten egg is evolved, the N ion is the sulfide ion. So sulfide ion, that is S2 negative. When you get a gas with the smell of rotten egg is evolved, then you get this sulfide ion. And this gas can be further tested. You know, it turns lead acetate paper silvery black. I think these observation I made you write just in the chapter of HCl. Lead acetate paper silvery black and turns K2C acidified K2Cr2O7 from orange to not clear green, only green with yellow particles of sulfur. So this is the observation for this. So we have done 3 radicals just now. We'll do it in the rest of this. We'll be doing in the next video. So we have done carbonate, salt plus dilute sulfuric acid plus heat, carbon dioxide gas. You know the observation for that. So in that case you get carbonate radical. There is another test for that. You can add salt solution where you add barium chloride or barium nitrate, a white precipitate soluble in dilute HCl. The second anion that we have done is sulfide ion. Salt, we are going to add dilute sulfuric acid and heat it. Gas evolved sulfur dioxide, ion present sulfide ion. To the salt solution add barium chloride or barium nitrate and you get a white precipitate which is soluble in dilute HCl. Again the same kind for the carbonate and sulfide. And sulfide, it's a different radical from sulfide. You add salt to you add dilute sulfuric acid to the salt and heat. Gas evolves hydrogen sulfide and you know the observation of hydrogen sulfide.